Caviar for breakfast, champagne, bubble 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 bath.
We here.
Yes, sir.
Caviar Cream. Introduce yourself, brother.
Man, well, for those that don't know, this is William L., the one and only.
And I'm Rob James.
Yes, sir.
AKA Bright Fame, AKA Sartorial King.
Oh, yes, sir. Give it to him.
This is our first broadcast, and we bring it to you today. And I'm just glad to be here with my brother, William L.
Yes, sir. Same here, my brother. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. And as you can see, Caviar and Cream.
Y'all see it? Oh, it's on that side.
It's the brand. Caviar and Cream is the brand.
The lifestyle.
Yes, the lifestyle. And we're going to talk to you about a few things today and introduce ourselves to you. And, Will, you got it, bro.
So, like I said, William L. from Philly, by way of West Oak Lane, otherwise known as Uptown, one of the most coolest, most flyest, most illest, etc. places in Philadelphia. If you know, you know.
Yeah. Old God's Ave.
65th.
All the way up the strip.
All the way up. 65th all the way up.
Hair capital.
Come on now. How many barbershops than we had, man? Listen.
Let's not even go there. Wild Styles. Everything.
Emerald City.
Everything, man. Everything. All the way up. Showing him all.
All the way up, man.
Yeah.
All the way up.
So okay, we here, and the name of this broadcast is called Caviar Conversations.
Right.
And we're gonna just bring some content to the people that we know. I'm here in Newark, New Jersey, but I'm originally from Philadelphia. And we want to bring it, all the way up and down that region to the line. Because some things that we're going to talk about as we go on are not just Philadelphia things, but just worldwide, regional things, and culture things. And we're going to get into them. So we're going to come from the aspect of caviar. That's show what we working with. So I got the Romanov caviar here.
Okay. And I got the caviar.
This is the white vodka red caviar, and this is it's about $8. About $8 in your Stop and Shop or your Whole Foods. But let's explain to them why we choose caviar as our send off.
So I think that caviar is a delicacy. You know what I mean? For those that don't know, caviar comes from a sturgeon fish. Sturgeon fishes are pretty much found in Switzerland, but more so Paris.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So
even Russia too.
Or Russia.
Yeah, the Caspian Sea. Yep.
Exactly. So, it's a delicacy and it's an acquired taste. Everybody's not up on this. Yeah. So it's kind of one of those things that somebody that got taste got to introduce you to this type of flavor, or you ain't gonna know. So this one right here, Caviar Roost, this is about $30, but depending on the brand, it can run you.
Yeah, it can, and that's why I do want us to really highlight that too. Is that it doesn't matter where your dollar is. So if you want to get into this, you don't have to have a lot of money.
You don't.
There's low end ones, there's middle and high, but either way, if it's your taste, it's your taste. But I'm just saying, like it's not something that where you feel like, oh, if I don't have the money, I can't indulge in this. It's a little treat. It's a little treat. It's not something that, of course, it's a luxury. It's not something you have to have. But at the same time, if you working hard and you getting up every day, you doing your thing, and you holding down your household, taking a little scoop of this and putting it on a cracker.
Come on now.
Whether it be a townhouse or whether it be, one of those crackers that we don't even eat from Whole Foods, either way, this is just treat yourself. Treat yourself.
Taste never has a dollar sign to it.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Okay? Taste does not have a dollar sign. I really want to reiterate that because some people think if you wear something or if something has a certain name, then it's tasteful. No.
Yeah.
Taste is what you like. It's exposure to different things. You know, understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
You can do caviar. You can do cream. You can do caviar and cream. You heard? Like, you know what I mean? It doesn't
Play
have
on words.
you know. Come on, man. People really need to understand that you know you can't buy a class.
No, and I always said that, I've seen people that, of course, you cop the Dior, and I got brands too, but the same thing is like, how are you piecing it together?
Right.
I've seen guys that have, hella names on, but it's whack. The way they put it together, it just looked like how Floyd, does it. Floyd just buys the mannequin,
exactly
from top to bottom. Yo, just give me that, but there's no difference, in how he's expressing his look.
Right.
But we can say also, the Caviar is sending us down those avenues. If anybody will see, especially when we upload this, our tagline is basically taking you down the avenues through Caviar, but to sports. We're gonna talk about sports on here. We're gonna talk about food. We're gonna talk about travel. We're gonna talk about, we're gonna talk about some wines and liquors and things of that nature. And yeah, I see you got the bottle over there.
Come on now.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about a whole plethora of things that come in contact with just having taste, and also, we want to get some enlightenment from some future people too when we branch out to some of our brothers that we that want to come on. So where'd you go to school? Well,
so my first school, shout out to the HBCUs. I got to represent them first and foremost. My first school was Cheney University. Let me emphasize that was the first, because I know there's some speculation out there, but that's the first black college. And
I can't let you say that, my brother.
Here we go.
I can't let you say that, my brother.
Speak on it.
We can get into the discussion, but when we bring on some of the Lincoln partners on here, I cannot let you say that that's the first. There's two different distinctions of who was accredited and who gave out degrees that granted us able to teach and do those things. But let's not even get into that.
So you going to the paperwork.
You down the road, and as now, I went to Lincoln University, and it's, we have a little rivalry. But I enjoyed some great parties at Cheney. I know vice versa.
Man, I had some good times at Lincoln, man.
Yeah. So it's love on that end. So continue, my brother.
So yeah, I went to Cheney first year. And I found myself wilding out a little too much.
Yeah.
So I had to make an adult decision.
Yeah.
And I transferred to Temple University where I have my degree at. So yeah, man, from a HBCU to a non-HBCU is a complete, I would say, culture shock a little bit.
Yeah.
When you're on campus at a HBCU, you getting that vibe, that family vibe, But then when you go to a different school, like say a Temple or University of Penn or, whatever, it's just like a little different. Like you don't have the whole yard experience that you normally have. Homecomings, the cookouts aren't the cookouts. They're the get-togethers at the buildings or whatever. So it's a little different, but all in all, I enjoyed my my college experience with a degree in communications and a minor in African American studies.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope. Yeah. That's dope.
Yeah.
How
about yourself?
Well, for me it was a little bit different. I went to a charter high school because I went to Penn first for high school.
Okay.
And it was I don't know where my life would have been had I stayed. I'm not sure, whatever. But I was a freshman. I was getting into fights and stuff like that. And so my mother said, "Oh no, you got to get up out of here." And I went into an art program, art school. So it kind of changed my mind. The friendships that I that grew out of there maybe apply to all design colleges. But sorry to say, my mother passed away just before I graduated. Stuff changes. Right. I have an older sister, and she went to Lincoln, And so I was already up there experiencing the campus life. And my brother-in-law is from Lincoln. We a Lincoln fan. And so when I got up there, I was just like, I think this is the bet. I think this is where I should be. And the friendships that I forged, the education that I received was top notch. I know people, with the schools that have large endowments, they always say that those are the schools that are better. But I feel like, Lincoln people are making a mark out here in so many different ways. And, some are not even seen. Some are doing some things behind the scene that people don't even know about.
Right.
So my HBCU experience was top notch, to the homecomings, the parties, watching the the induction ceremonies for, whether the Qs or the Zetas or that stuff is important, So I'm blessed, man, to say that, Lincoln was where I put my roots and where I could always, return back. It's always feel like home too. Always.
Mm-hmm.
Always. So I always encourage, people that if they don't know what schools they should go to HBCU.
Go to HBCU. You can't really go wrong. And
can't go wrong.
Crazy. I've had some of my most memorable experiences at a HBCU, whether it was Cheney, Lincoln,
Dell State,
BC, Howard, Dell State.
Yes.
You know what
Morgan,
I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, let me ask you this. Do you remember the Black College reunion in Virginia?
In Virginia. Oh, at King's Dominion.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes. And you know what's crazy? The year I came in, I was class of 06. So when I came in, the classes before me had already been going on like every year. And I would see pictures like Pharrell would be down there. And
crazy.
It was dumb. And so, I remember that. That was, come on, man. That was a big time. It's like all these schools getting together.
Mm-hmm. Just meeting different
people. Just meeting people. Yeah. Yeah. Virginia State.
Shout out to Virginia State. It was just like a good time, man. That's why, if not for anything, I always try to tell people, if you go to college, and there's nothing wrong with not going to college, but if you go to college, make sure you at least go for a year just to get the full experience of it.
Mm-hmm.
Now whether you stay or not, it's not for everybody, but just go for the experience. Because I had made friendships in that year and a half I was there that had lasted a lifetime. You know what I mean? And it's really about, that's the piece that people really, I don't hear people talk about, like those bonds that you make when you go to
Yeah. Far more than any bonds I've ever made at work. So I know we talked about like why we chose Caviar.
Yeah.
What does it mean to you? What does Caviar mean to you?
Caviar to me just means taste, man. It means it's not for everybody, so everybody's not going to get it. And I love that. I love that aspect of it. Like some people hear Caviar and automatically think, ew, fish eggs.
Fish eggs.
You hear somebody like me, and I'll be like, ooh, Caviar.
Yeah.
That means this party is on another level.
Yeah.
That means whoever brought this, I need to talk to them because we vibing right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's all about taste. It's all about taste for me. It's all about exclusivity for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's good. That's good. I understand. I don't know. I'm coming from an aspect of I'll try stuff, right? So I've been open to trying things. If I don't like it, then I don't
like it.
Go back, right? But if I try it, I always wanted to have a spirit of someone that tried something to say, you know what, that wasn't for me. Because some people kind of make a decision for themselves before they even try it, or what they think it might be, because somebody else says something. No, I can speak for myself. I think, I can walk in and talk at the same time. And so literally, you know what, let me just try that real quick, see what that is.
Yeah.
And that, I think for me is more so of just the exploration. I want to encourage people to have more of an exploration of life and trying different things and not being closed off to stuff because of outside influences. So that's where like caviar means to me is more so of an exploration.
Right. That's dope.
Yeah. So what liquor you messing with today?
Yo, so today, well, for those that know and that know me, they know I love champagne. I love it. But today I'm rocking with the James Sierra Cristallion Rosé Brut. So, you know, so people often ask me, yo, why do you like champagne so much? Why do you like champagne? So for me, it kind of like coincides with caviar. It's just a different type of taste.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not too big on like Henny. It's nothing wrong with it. Yeah. But it's just not really my thing anymore. As I get
that's party time.
Man, anything is possible when you start drinking.
I know that's party time stuff, bro.
So you know, it just gets me to where I need to be, where I can still function and still have a good buzz. What about yourself?
Well, I mean, I mess with a lot of different arrays of things, but
right.
You know, on the in-house, I'm a wine dude. I'm a wine.
Okay.
So, like, this is called Silk and Spices, a red blend out of Portugal. Again, good price point. You know, under $10, but the way it tastes, you know, it might be on the. I ain't gonna hype and say it's on the Opus level because you know Opus is a whole nother bag. But
yeah, you setting the bar kind of high with that.
Yeah, that's kind of high. But you know, if somebody wanted to pop out their crib right now and go get a bottle of this, they could, and it's good. It's real smooth. So I'm a cork mine right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna pop mine too. I'm gonna pop mine right with you.
But like while we doing that, I definitely want to give a disclaimer, you know, for all our, you know, future viewers and people that are going to subscribe.
Please do.
To this conversation. You know what we don't want on this. The one word we don't want on here.
Well, I'm not gonna say it, but
I'm not gonna say it either.
But we all know what.
Go ahead.
We all know what letter that word starts with.
Starts with the N. And I know, like when we start talking about some sports and it get heated on here, we start trying to, you know, talk over one another and get our points across.
Right.
So that it tends to come out. I find that even, you know, in our own discussions, you know, brothers start saying that. And as you know, at the plight of this world and where we've been and where we coming from, you know, I just feel like we need to just take a step up. And, you know, I feel like, you know, that should be our plight for this broadcast is that word is removed from our language.
Right.
And, you know, we find other words to encourage our people through that. And we all educated. We got, you know, vocabularies and we can do that. So, and if somebody makes a mistake, you know, I'm not going to charge it to their heart. You know, we just going to correct it and do better after that. You know, right. That's it. So yeah, I'm a just, you know.
I'm right here with you, my brother. Cheers to you.
And we're gonna toast to the first one. You know what I mean? Toast, brother.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right where it should be.
Yep. So what brands are you that you vibing with right now? What brands you vibing with?
What brands I'm up is that as far as what fashion?
Yeah, outside of Caviar and Cream.
Oh well, you know that's first and foremost. You know I like Comme Garçon. I like that. You know I'm rocking with Human Made right now. I'm really feeling the whole Nego new lane. I like the direction going with that. Trying to see, you know, I like the vintage brands like the Louis Vuittons and, you know, all those luxury guys. But yeah, I can say right now, Comme des Garçons and Human Made. I like Human Made because it gives you that relaxed urban factor to it. I don't want to say urban, that street appeal too.
Yeah.
So if I like Comme des Garçons because you can dress it up a little bit, you know. So I think that's fine. How about yourself? Well,
yeah, I definitely like the Human Made. peace. I like people that know me, like one of my favorite clothing lines is Kith.
Kith, you're a big Kith guy.
Kith is it, man. Like, just I like the collaborations. I like that you could do a head to toe fit in there. It's like,
yeah,
clothes, you can find the kicks, everything. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't never afraid of Target.
Yo, you know what? Target be able to, I like ASOS personally too.
Yo, people understand, like every now and then you go in Target, you can find a nice little jacket.
Yeah.
It's like, like again, you take that and throw it on with your high-end fit, balances out.
You can find a couple grails in Target. Like,
yes.
You never find grails.
Yeah. I'm trying to think anything else. Like I like I like Marnie. I like Marnie right now.
Okay.
Let me see. I mean, Always Low, classic.
Go wrong with a polo,
especially growing up in Philly.
Yeah.
Do you remember when Tommy was heavy?
Yo, do you remember everybody had like the windbreaker jacket with the blue and the red and white Tommy joint on the back?
Yeah. The Tommy was heavy, and I remember I was in junior high, and we used to check to see if they had the stitch V back of the shirt. If it wasn't there, it was phony. And somebody got that, they sporting it.
Yeah, heavy.
And then you just like, turn around. You don't see that stitch V on there. You like,
that ain't it, bro.
Nah, you got that for Foreman Mills, dog. Like,
it's so crazy growing up, man. In our age, it was like 3 brands that was kind of like if you had one of these 3, you was kind of like in the mix. It was Tommy, it was Polo, and it was Nautica.
Nautica was crazy then.
Nautica was crazy.
I don't know about now.
Right, I don't know about now either.
I don't know about now. But Nautica then, the boat was serious.
The boat was a major logo.
It was a major logo, bro. And, the hats, everything.
Yo, you had to have the Nautica with the Eastlands.
You
remember the Eastlands?
I remember the Eastland boots. Yeah. Eastland boots, Timberlands. I had the chuckers, the black chuckers. When black chuckers was hot.
Oh yeah.
With the Guess denim with the pencil pockets.
Oh, and the triangle. Oh, you took it back with the pencil pocket.
Yo, it was so much stuff that it was like, Jabot denims.
Jabot denim with the straps.
Now, actually I saw somebody had that on something recent.
For real?
Yeah, somebody had they was trying to bring it back. But that was a French brand.
Yeah.
And it just went, I don't know who really like put it out there like that, but it was just that time it was huge.
Right.
Man,
fashion has changed. You can see how fashion has evolved so much, but they say like with fashion, it's always a cycle. You know what I mean?
It comes back around.
It comes back around. I haven't really seen anybody try to really bring Nautica back. I think what's the kid's name? Yeah, that's him. He tried to really push it, but I don't think he gave like the way
they gave him a little deal, I think.
Yeah.
He did a little collab. I remember like seeing it like in Macy's and stuff like that. But I don't know if he was strong enough of a brand.
I don't think he was as popping as he is now to really push it
forward
back out, right?
Yeah, to make kids say, "Yo,
I want to get that."
Yeah. I mean, what you think about Off-White?
Okay, so my thing with Virgil, I love Virgil, man, and I love what he's doing for the culture. I love what he's bringing to the culture. How he's trying to bring people up from the culture. Yeah. But I like Pyrex vision more than I like Off-White.
Ooh,
you feel me?
That was a short stint.
That was a short stint. I don't know, like I don't know. I think Pyrex for me was a little bit more popping than Off-White. I like Off-White though. But I just think sometimes the collabs is kind of like, I could pass on that.
I like I didn't even mention him. And I just thought about I don't own anything of his yet, but Pierre Moss.
Pierre Moss is all that. I love what he's doing with Reebok.
Yeah.
Love it.
And I do like how he's collaborating with Reebok in those pieces, but a lot of his stuff is like he's centered around being proud of his blackness and like having his shows be just us, you know.
Yeah.
You know, just showing that we have beautiful black models.
Right.
You don't have to have your shows looking emaciated with emaciated white women that, you know, look like they've been starving themselves.
Wait, give me that word again.
Emaciated.
Yes.
I know, bro. Yeah, you just, you know, thin, looking like they ain't had a meal. You know, times have changed. You know, people want to see a little meat on the woman's bones.
I love stretch marks on women.
They don't want to see.
You know, it's real.
Skinny woman, but no shot.
No, just a skinny woman. We love y'all too.
Yeah, no shot to any woman that's thin and
respectfully.
Skinny, but I understand, you know, the perspective of the fashion world, what it's always been and what it's always looking like. You know.
Yeah.
People don't want to do that. So. We go across a whole bunch of different things.
Yeah, for sure. We're gonna touch on.
I want to get your views on some things so we know, like for the future, where we can lift off or where we can talk about anything. But right now in the news, Kyrie's been out. He's back now. James Harden now is playing for the Nets along with Kevin Durant. They've let other key role players go. What are you thinking? How are you feeling about the East Coast season now with that changeup?
I think that Brooklyn Nets are doing the same thing that the Miami Heat did when they got their big three. Yeah. Now, you can tell James Harden is happy where he's at because pretty much when he was in Houston, he was just doing whatever. Mm-hmm. He didn't care, and I guess that's a ploy or a strategy to get out of where you don't want to be.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think he just put up like his first night, he gave him like 43 or something like that. Something crazy. 43, crazy. 10 and 5 or something like that. I mean, now you got
stupid numbers.
Crazy numbers, right? So you got him and you got Kevin Durant, who's arguably the most unguardable player in the league. So you get your sniper, which is Kevin Durant.
Mm-hmm.
You get your assassin because James Harden can go off at any minute by itself. And Kyrie, Kyrie has that vision. He has probably hands down the most unguardable player off the dribble.
Yeah. Oh yeah, his handle is ridiculous.
It's nasty.
Yeah.
So you get those three. But now my thing is, what kind of Kyrie are you getting mentally?
I don't know. I know there's a lot of talk about that, and I do think that part of the media is to draw things out that may not even be there.
Right.
Kind of like what they feel like it's going to be. But I have to probably look at it as an advocate. Like, what if it's nothing? What if it's just like, I needed a pause.
Need a break.
There's things that he don't want, things that he does not want to share with the public, that he wants to keep private. Yes, they saw him at his sister's, birthday party dancing, but it's his family.
I never even knew it was his family that had the party.
Yeah, it was his sister's birthday, and Asia Irving, and they look at it like, I think the NBA looks at it like, if we're paying you all this money, we have the right to be in your personal life too, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I know he bringing home like 34 mil a year, and I understand that, but there are some things that just like you can't come beyond this door. You can't.
Like, you don't own me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and I understand where him and a lot of other athletes coming from. Like, okay, you pay me to do a job, which I do. You pay me a lot of money, which is great. you pay me a lot of money because I bring you a lot of money also. Like, let's not get it twisted.
Yes. Yeah. So
let's not get it
he's
twisted.
Getting that. You gotta think about what they get.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
But that doesn't give you ownership over me as a person. Like, you know, like you don't control me. I still live my life or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? When I step off this court, it's my time.
Yeah. Yeah,
so,
you're right.
I feel them.
And I mean, their whole thing is, you know, just taking off games, but not having any explanation. You know, that's the thing. And then of course they start comparing other players. Like, you know, they say, oh well, LeBron doesn't take off. He plays all the time, which he does. He's a committed guy. You know, Durant, he wanted to play injured. Look, you know, these are the guys that really love basketball. And I'm not saying Kyrie doesn't really love basketball, but I do think he sees some things in the bigger picture that other people don't see.
Right.
That's just my frame. But to go back to the Harden thing, it's going to be weird. I'm going to tell you why.
Please do.
If you watch Harden, Harden is lethal. Nobody can get to the bucket like him. He is a bucket all day, every day. But he stands around if he does not have the ball in his hands. He does not play defense, and he doesn't move at all. When he comes back on offense, if the ball is not in his hand or if he didn't bring it up, literally he's going to stand there until somebody gives him the ball. He's not going to circle. Players like Curry, consistently moving all the time. That's the reason why people get tired with playing with Steph Curry.
Right.
Can't guard him because he's always moving.
Okay.
He's not one of those guys. So if you got Kyrie with the ball, who's the guard and very guard heavy, and always has the ball in his hands, that means the ball is not going to be in Harden's hands. So can Harden put up numbers like that if the ball is always in Kyrie's hands?
That's a great question. Have they all played together yet?
Nah, that's I think that's coming up. I think today was his first press conference coming back.
Okay.
But you know, Durant has to get numbers. Harden has to get numbers. Kyrie's not about numbers. He's not a numbers guy. He's more of an assist guy, but he still has the ball for the majority of the time.
Right.
So,
right.
You got to see how that plays out. Yeah,
it's going to be very interesting as the season goes on about how they all have a cohesive teamwork thing going on. So I'm intrigued to see it.
Yeah, and of course, right now with the pandemic and COVID-19, it makes it hard for them not to put any butts in the seats.
Yeah.
But I can just imagine, like, if this was regular,
Brooklyn would be on fire right now.
What?
On fire.
Never mind the dudes. The games will be full with ladies.
You think so?
It'll be a club every night. You got James Harden and Kevin Durant.
Right.
And Kyrie, even though I know Kyrie's married now. But either way.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, he's married now.
Oh, okay, good for him. Nice.
So, and I just peeped the ring. He had the ring on today. So I don't know how long it's been, but I'm just saying he got the ring on. So, that's another story. We can talk about that. That's another story. But either way, you got Kevin Durant and Harden in Brooklyn. Dog, Barclay is going to be a show.
Man, that's a like you said, that's like a whole party, right?
What? That's people going straight. Not that people already bypassed Madison Square anyway. Nobody's going to see a Knicks game, even though every Knicks game I've been to, I've enjoyed. But that was more so like when Carmelo was playing. But and they were always overtime games, always. But people gonna bypass that, go to Brooklyn, and that's a show.
It's definitely a party, and now that Brooklyn is like gentrified, I remember I forgot what the name of the club was. It was at the Danny Garcia fight, and this club was popping, dog. And it was like right down the street from the stadium. I forget the name of this joint. It's been so long, but this joint was lit. And I was like, yeah, how they do it?
Yeah. I mean, if you see how much money Harden throws up in the air anyway, and he's in Houston, people understand, like, you down in Houston, and all that money goes a long way.
I'm sure, man.
It go a long way here because he's getting a lot of money, so of course he can afford to live the whole New York lifestyle.
Yeah.
At the same time, it went a long way in Houston because you're in the South.
Everything's cheaper.
Yeah, different. But now he's up here, and we was I think Chris was like, I think Chris posted on Instagram, was like, yo, I hope he don't be up in Starlets all the time.
Starlets.
That's exactly where they go.
Starlets. I have never been to Starlets personally, but from what I've heard and from what I've seen, it's just a different type of vibe in Starlets, man.
Well, you can miss me, but I'm not a stripper club dude.
I did that. I did a lot of that when I was younger. I went to Atlanta, and this is before like everybody was like in Atlanta heavy. Mm-hmm. And Rob, almost lost my mind in the strip club. You hear me? Almost lost my mind in that John. I never forget it. She took everything. Take it all.
Yo, I'm just saying, it ain't never been my bag. I mean, I've been to bachelor parties and all that, and I'm like, so one thing is I don't like wasting money. That's one.
I can understand that completely.
Yeah. And you ain't, I mean, I know for some people it's just a fantasy, but it ain't really mine. And then on top of that, like, you ain't gonna be my lady, even though you bad.
Right.
The odds
they ain't coming home with you.
Exactly. It's like you gotta be an entertainer or something like that for that to even pop off. And it just I don't know. And then I hate glitter. That's another thing.
For real?
Glitter.
You got a thing against glitter?
Well, I detest glitter. Any girl that got glitter lotions, throw them out. Get them out.
Is that deep?
Yo, I'm gonna tell you, real talk.
Mm-hmm.
Left on one of my old sofas, somebody had glitter on, and like a glitter lotion, and it got all over my sofa, and I couldn't get it out. And I'm trying to scrub it out, everything. It was not working, bro. It was just, all I saw was my couch shimmering, and it got messed up. I didn't throw the couch out and get a new one.
It bothered you that bad?
I don't like glitter, man. That's all they wear, body glitter all day. That's show up on you. Nah, I'm good, man.
Now, Rob, you are a traveler.
I try to get around.
So, where was like one of the most coolest places you've ever been?
I mean, there's a couple places, but like, I'm gonna be honest with you. The thing is, I want to say one place, but one place I'm definitely gonna keep it real with you. Memphis,
Tennessee.
Yes.
Home of the barbecue.
Home of the barbecue. I can give you all the places abroad that I went to, which those are dope. But Memphis, man.
Memphis was like that?
Memphis was like that. Memphis was the food, the hospitality.
Wow.
Chill, but it's a turn up too. It's like, you got Beale Street. It's like, it's just like a party all the time. I went to Yo Gotti's restaurant out there.
Okay, shout out to Yo Gotti.
Privé joint, yeah, shout out to Yo Gotti. And I'm thinking like, I think I went there for like New Year's Eve, and I called, and you had to make reservations. And I get there, and this is how I knew the hospitality was real, because I called earlier in the day, and I got there. I didn't even tell the girl my name, and she already knew that I had called earlier that day. She said, by you, how you talk. She said, you don't talk like you from here. And she said, yeah, I got you. Boom. She said, you from out of town? I got you.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, put me in the bag. Yeah. And not only that, the food was banging at his restaurant. Crazy. The drinks, the Henny Punch will have you floored. Crazy.
Anything's possible, safe to say?
What? No, they make fun of you too because they give you, the party cups, not the little cute joints.
Yeah.
They give you the red party cups for the Henny Punch, dog.
So they already know.
No ice, it's already chilled. So they make sure that your stuff ain't getting doused down, dog.
Damn.
DJ was popping. Yeah, that's it. Memphis
Damn.
to the bone. And then you're going to get some of the best catfish you ever had in your life.
It's like that.
Yeah. So I'll say that. I'll say Memphis. And then after that is Paris. Paris is crazy.
Oh, that's big talk.
Paris is crazy. I tell anybody, you don't even got to be in love to go to Paris.
Right.
The whole thing where people are like, I want to go with my loved one.
Yeah, nah.
That's cool. Do that too.
Yeah.
But party, it's a scene in Paris. There's so many underground bars and like prohibition type style joints they have out there. Where it's a whole nother game, man. It's a whole nother game. I understand the reason why people want to go to Fashion Week Paris. That's crazy.
Right, damn. Wow,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah. What about you, bro? What you?
I mean, one of the nicest places I've been, and it's not like it's an exclusive place because people go there every time. But I went to the Dominican Republic, man, and I had
you
one
get
of
into trouble.
Yeah. So when you get there, right, it's this drink. I'm pretty sure it's called Mama Wine.
Yes.
And if
Mama
you know, they give you this drink freely, and they get you sauced, and it starts a couple other things.
Yeah.
If you get what I'm saying, but yeah, it was like one of the most. It was a nice time. It was really relaxed. A buddy of mine got married in Cabo last year, and that was
I like Cabo.
Yeah, it was really nice. It was really calm. It was a turn up too, but it was just like you're not really worrying about anything. You just worrying about having a good time.
Yeah.
So yeah, like that. But I would love to go to Paris, man. I would love to see what that's like. I know we talked about that before.
Yeah.
I would love to go. I would love to go around Fashion Week.
It's a heavy. People think it's not a diverse city. It's very diverse. And people are, I know the common thing people say is, they snooty and, the French is, no, they're not. They just want you to come correct.
Right, as they should.
And, people tend to go places and think that people are supposed to just take your English. Like, you're in their home. You're in their
right.
Yeah. So my sister, she speaks French. She's fluent in French. Lived there for a while, and she just gave me some games. Like, yo, all right, this is what you want to say when you go to a restaurant. This is what you want to say when you go to a store or whatever. Boom. So that way, even if you jacking it up, they appreciate the fact that you took the time,
the effort.
Yeah, and the effort instead of just saying, "Hey, yeah, I'm from da da da." And they huh? What?
Right.
Yeah. So you got to be, courteous enough to do that. But yeah, it's a different scene. And I will say this, like, I know, like, I haven't been to Tokyo yet, but I know, like, the sneaker situation in Tokyo is ridiculous.
Crazy, yeah.
But there is a store in Paris on the Champs-Elysees, on the main shopping, like this where the Louis at and Prada and everything, Kenzo. They got a sneaker store there that will make you like go off.
Really?
You can't even bring your phone in. Like, you can't even have your phone on.
Is that exclusive?
They told me to turn my phone off coming in because I was recording everything.
Mm-hmm.
They said, "Sir, could you please put your phone?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" They said, "Yeah, no phones." They had the signs. They said English and in French, like no cell phones on. So you coming down and you singing sneakers that I haven't seen since I was like 11.
Wow.
Yeah. So I said when I go back, I'm going back there. And I grabbed a couple things, but I think if I had known that was there, I would have, Yeah, I wouldn't need another bag.
Damn, it's like that.
It was crazy.
So when you shop, do you shop for like, do you like shop just for general, or do you try to like get like pieces? Because I know when
Pieces.
I shop, I try to shop for pieces. Like, yo, like yeah, I could get all this, but that one piece right there might just set the whole throne on.
Yeah,
same here.
Yeah, never for a full outfit. I mean,
right.
Pieces, because I like it may be something that I think about and like, you know what, I got something at home and go with that. Whatever. I got a coat in my closet I only wore once, and to like a black tie affair, and I just haven't been anywhere to wear that coat again. And I said, you know, when I do wear it again, it's probably gonna be with something else that I didn't even plan on wearing it with. Right. So yeah, I was about pieces because
that's how I feel too.
Yeah, and classic too. It depends. It can be trendy to a certain extent, but you know, the classic stuff never gets played.
Never.
It'll always be respected versus that's old as hell, dog. Like yo, we off that, you know, whatever. So
yeah.
So trendy is, you know, that's cool. That's maybe for the people that can afford to buy trendy all the time. But even so, that's the clothes you end up tossing out.
Yeah, that's the Jones you give away, you donate.
Yeah.
You don't give away that vintage.
Yeah.
Because you ain't gonna find it nowhere else.
Nowhere else. I was going to ask. Now I'm trying to think if I remember. Do you remember? And for any, you know, again, future viewers, forgive me. This is the opening, and we both from Philly, so this is going to probably be more Philly centered than anything.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you remember the Net
on South Street?
Nah, not even. Nah.
Or you talking about the one up
Walnut?
Yes. Right across the it was the Net. And it's like a block away from Mitchell and Ness, or used to be.
Well, yeah, it's not far. Yeah. It was like, I guess, like between 18th and 19th.
Yeah.
But I remember even before they opened the one on South Street, I remember going there, and that was the place that you can find all your Polo sport.
Oh yeah, the Net had everything, dog.
Everything.
If you
heard of the USA Boutique?
Yeah. Damn, you took it back with that.
USA Boutique, man.
Yo, you know, it's so crazy because there used to be like certain stores in Philly that you would have to go to if you wanted to like have that lay. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it wasn't everywhere.
Right. You had to go to certain stores, like, you know, up here in West Oak Lane, we had Scorpios.
At Showham Mall.
Yes.
Yeah, they had the denims. Crazy.
They had the denims, right.
Yeah.
But then, you know, Walnut Street. And it was a different time too. Like fashion was just different then. But yeah, the Net was on Walnut Street. Then you go to South Street and you had like City Blue. I think City Blue's still there, whatever. But you know, it just was like certain places.
City Blue.
Right, you know what I mean? Like it was certain places you went for certain things.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like you could not get no Coogee store unless you went to like the Net.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the Net was the only place that was selling Coogee.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So it's
this is throwback. I don't even know if you go probably like, I ain't never heard it. This is I feel bad because this is I guess this is kind of a shout out, but this is where Bill Cosby used to get his sweaters from. On South Street, Vazori's.
Mm.
So Vazori's is right next to where USA Boutique was on South Street. So now it's like I guess it's Shine Jewelers, it's Ishkabibbles, and then Ishkabibbles walk up.
Yeah.
Window. There's another place, and then it was Vazori's right next door. And Vazori's like sold like $1,200 sweaters. They had the custom sweaters with the leather joints, all them joints you saw Bill Cosby wearing on the Cosby Show.
Right. Missouri.
He got from them. and they were the only people outside of the net that had Coogis, but their Coogis were like more expensive than the net. The net was getting the basic ones. They Coogee Australia, right? Their joints was like Coogee, like with some, you know,
with the crazy design,
$800-900. Yeah.
Damn, man, it's so much has changed. I mean, because we come from that era where there really was no social media. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
If you was that guy, or if you had like a certain car or the flyest girl, people had to see you with it. Like, oh, that's such
exactly.
Like, he gets money. Like,
it was no phony though. It was
no fraud, and like you couldn't fraud. like you just couldn't lie back then. Like, you either had it or you didn't. It was no like, I'm gonna wear because your homie wasn't letting you wear his Coogee sweater. Like, you gotta get your own.
No, I remember this dude I went to college with, and this is like fresh off. This is like, this is throwback era. This is throwback jerseys.
Mm-hmm.
My man was wearing, his brother's throwbacks. He would go home on the weekends, grab the throwback, and wear it, and I wasn't even like, I had a couple of jerseys, but I wasn't like really heavy with the throwbacks. That wasn't my thing.
Right, same here.
At the time it was like Sean John, Rockaware,
Rockaware, State Prop.
Yeah, definitely State Prop, Dickies, whatever. And then, and even off that, I was wearing like Banana Republic at the time.
Ooh.
I was dressed completely different.
You was on your Kanye before Kanye was on his Kanye, huh?
Nah, my man always told, my man be clowning me. He said, yo, you was dressing like somebody's step pop on campus. But either way, I know my lane. My lane was always different. So,
right.
Yeah, somebody would go home on the weekends, come out with the throwbacks, and be rocking it for the week, and then go back home, switch out, wear it again. I was like, oh my God. It was crazy. But
it's different.
I mean, this is again, we'll say for the platform, we try to keep it within an hour for you guys just to view and to be a part of the conversation. And when we do upload, we're going to also put out for people that want to be a part of this, this conversation. Again, this is called Caviar Conversations. And
yes, sir.
We want to talk about, life. We want to talk about things of the past, new, old. We want to talk about what's fresh. We want to talk about what's going on out here in our world and also around us in pop culture. And also, we want to be educated as well on things that we may not know about. We need other people to put us on stuff. Just like there's everything that I've learned has been from someone else.
Right?
Whether people were older than me, I've always hung out with people that were older than me, and they will always level me up. Say, yo, nah, young boy, nah, that's not what you. Nah, we don't do that.
Right.
Yeah. And then I'll see in my own way, this was hot, and I always tell people this, to be trailblazers, never to follow somebody else. Be a trailblazer. Do your own lane, make your stuff cool, because that's the only way it's going to be authentic, because everybody is doing something, like someone else, right? Mm-hmm. And in the closing, what you want to say, brother?
I mean, I just, just to piggyback off what you said, like, it's always best to set your own path. I know I've always been just a little weird, but now weird's cool. You know what I mean? Weird is like popping. So always just, like pretty much everything you said, man. Hung out with older people who gave me some game to make me understand, how things really work out here from an older perspective, from a different standpoint on life.
Yeah.
Fashion, from music to even like, getting at some money. You know what I mean? It's different hustles.
Yeah.
And just different tastes with the wine and the rosé and caviar and things of that nature. So it's always best to just broaden your horizons You know, never put yourself in a box.
Yeah.
Box yourself in for the most part. You know what I mean? And you know, I appreciate this time with you, my brother.
Yeah, most definitely.
Our
very first
conversation.
This is the set off. This is January 19th.
Right.
This is an anniversary. So we're gonna look back on this as, you know, something we've started and created, you know, and, you know, we're going to keep getting better. I always tell people, you know, people say, oh, I don't have this yet. I don't have this. Bump that. Just start it. Get it. Just start it. Just put your feet in the water and get it done. And then it'll grow as, you know, as it needs to. And also I just want to let people, because I know we both got the tortoise on. That was not on.
It was not playing.
No, it's not playing. You know, I got the little Warby Parkers on.
Right.
You know, but it just lets you know that, you know, great people think alike, you know.
Facts.
I put my glasses on and he had, I was like, wow, you know, you got your tortoise frames on. All right, you know, I'm gonna give him the Tom Fords next week. Yeah, this is dope. And at this portion, we gonna toast with our
caviar toast.
We're gonna toast and we're gonna take our little, you know, the little caviar.
Little caviar.
Man.
So.
Boom. You know what I mean? Just for our viewers, you see, you know, nothing crazy. A nice little
nothing crazy.
Nothing crazy.
Light.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So that's it. So this is what we call caviar moment.
A caviar moment, yes, sir.
Caviar moment, because this is our first ever broadcast, and we are, you know, we starting something, and I'm starting this with my brother.
Yes, sir.
And Cream, salute, brother.
Salute to you, my brother.
All right.
That's it right there.
I'm gonna wash it with a nice red blend.
Me, myself, pour a little bit more rosé. So everybody knows William Mel loves that rosé.
Yes, indeed. So we're gonna sign off, but also when we want you to subscribe, hit that box.
Yeah.
Subscribe so you can get all the information. Go to our Instagram page, which is Caviar and Cream.
We got the apparel line coming heavy.
What'd you say?
You got the apparel line coming heavy. You got a shirt
apparel
on.
Line.
Vintage. So it's gonna be a lot
jackets, everything.
Jackets, everything. It's gonna be a lot of stuff going on. This is just the beginning. Just the beginning.
And also, you know, check out our pages. Sir William L. And Sartorial King. So you'll see all of those names. Just follow us, follow the experience, and also let us know if you want to be a part of this Caviar and Cream and Caviar Conversations movement. Shout out to you guys. Have a blessed one.